Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? And thanks for coming to join us on another Blaze stream. We are just a team of crypto lovers and enthusiasts who have decided to start building. And we just want to keep everybody up to date with what we're doing with our own projects, but also chat about all the different crypto projects that we see, that we love, and just have a good chat about everything that's going on in the whole crypto space. We are a team of 8 builders. And we are, I suppose what you'd want to say is chain agnostic, profit maximalists. And we just want to continue to get different guests on the show and get a good overview of what's going on out there in the crypto world. So I'm 𝗟𝗟𝗫𝗓, and we'll bring up a couple of our team, Bad Sports, Josh, Rainman. And tonight, as a super guest, we have Marco the Hexagon, who's going to join us for a nice chat about and see what he's got going on in crypto, what he has his eye everybody up to date with us for a nice chat about and see what he's got going on in crypto, what he has his eye everybody up to date with us for a nice chat about.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on?
What's up, brother? We appreciate you being here today.
Nah, man, I'm excited, man. You know, I see you guys do this basically like once a week or so, and then you have different things, and you guys are like all over Twitter now and in the Telegram chats, and you know, the project's almost ready, it's almost here, and you know, I see everybody getting excited again in the TitanX community, and you know, we had a couple of little pumps here and there, and you know, it's getting exciting. And I think what you guys are building, what you guys are gonna do for the ecosystem, it's different. I think you guys come in with a different angle. You have multiple projects in one. And, you know, that's rare to see. You know, some people, they just do one thing and that's it. And they just focus on that. And you guys are like juggling with different projects, trying to make it one and trying to release it just in time to be perfect for the community. And I think you guys are doing it at the right time, you know, with the inflation with TitanX and with everything that's going on with the community and just in crypto in general. I think you're in a sweet spot for, if everything goes right, things could explode pretty well, you know, so. You know, you guys been pushing this for a long time. You know I keep on harassing you guys on the Telegram chat. Like, when is it? When is it coming? Is it next week? like I gotta put my TitanX somewhere. You know, I gotta put my ETH somewhere. Like, what's going on? You know, so you know, I'm just glad you guys are just right there, man, and it's pretty cool, man. But yeah, check out the new hat. You know. But by the way, man, listen, I'm not biased, guys. I love all cryptos. I love all that stuff, but I think this is one of the best logos in crypto. The way it looks, like it's badass. I know I was telling you guys in the Telegram chat in the past, like yo, who made this? Like, this shit it's fire, man. Like, it's good. It pops. It has depth to it. Colors are nice. So kudos to you guys, man.
Yeah, we're proud of that branding right there. You know, we stemmed off TitanX and we try to combine those 2 letters into one. You know,
yeah.
And just to, you know, carry on, and that's our twin over there, you know. So
no, you guys did very well, man. Like, yeah. It makes sense, right? Like, some people, they just make a logo, they just throw it out there, just whatever, but it tells a story. Like, it looks good, the colors are good, you know, everything looks good. How you feeling? All right? You okay? Yeah, he was a little sick earlier, so you know, just want to make sure he's okay.
Family first, we roll.
Mommy gotta get it for you, right, buddy? Yeah, he was a little sick this morning, so I was just in the emergency room from like 5 o'clock all the way to like 9 o'clock in the morning. So, but he's doing better now. Yeah, man. But you know, I'm excited for what you guys are building, and you know, I want to see the journey. You know, I want to see the progress of it. The auction house, I think, is going to be excellent. It's something different, right? I think the way you guys are doing is pretty different. But you know, we'll talk about that, I guess, little by little throughout the stream. But yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, for yourself, Marco.
Yeah.
Marco the Hexagon. Are you still a full-on Hexagon? Or?
Oh yeah, man. So like, look, man. Let's talk about this, right? So, look, man.
Let's get real, boy.
So yeah. So I'll tell you where I started from, right? So I've been in crypto since 2015, right? But I wasn't heavy in crypto 2015, right? It was like, you know, a couple of my buddies of mine, you know, they were in it and stuff like that. They told me, you know, grab a couple of this, grab a couple of that. There's really more Ethereum, Bitcoin. That's really about it, right? Nothing major, nothing crazy, stuff like that. Early 2017 is where I got my foot wet. My friends introduced me right back into crypto, and you know, they introduced me to Telegram during that time. And I don't know if you guys was around that time, but Telegram was more of a community comes out, they get together. It's different than it is now, right? It was like almost every chat was like a major pump and dump. And you believe these guys, right? Like this is how they got you. You're like, hey guys, we're going to meet up at 8 o'clock and pump this thing like so high. But, when you're new, you don't know that they're already bought in. They're going to just dump on you at 8:05, and, you're excited and then you get wrecked, right? Over and over and over. And I'm like, yeah, I almost had this one. Let me go again. But yeah, during that time, the coins I was into was like Litecoin, XRP, Tron. Verge was one of my biggest ones. I believed in like privacy. So Verge was trying to compete with Morano and all these other guys. Zcash, Neo, Geo. Bitcoin Cash was just like, the norm. PoE was one. Salt was another one. Another one that I kind of tried to get big into was, I think, Funfair. That was like supposed to be like the next big thing for the games and all this other stuff. But in the mana,
some of these coins I never even heard of, man.
Oh yeah, man. This was like these were like the popular altcoins during that time, right? So 2017, I loaded up all those, especially Verge. That broke my heart because I tried to be a big shark whale into that, and then it just all collapsed, right? And thank God one of my buddies, he was knowledgeable in this stuff. So when he saw, I guess, the top happening and everything was happening, he was like, "Yeah, bro, exit out, like run away, get out, get everything you can." And me as a new guy, I was like, "What do you mean, bro? Like we're partying, it's about to start, like we're about to become like ultra millionaires. Like I got all this." He's like, "Bro, get out. Like it's about to crash. Like everything's about to fucking, like, excuse my language, crash, all that stuff." And I was like, all right. And of course I didn't listen ahead of time, right? So I got out pretty good, right? I wish I would have got out that moment he said it, and walked away. But yeah, so that was my journey there. Then to around 2018, early 2019, I saw Richard Hart on YouTube, and I started seeing, these hexagons, started talking about him and the coin he's about to come out and all that stuff. And, I stayed away from crypto for a while, right? And I started seeing like these people.
Was that even back like before, whenever it was like, I don't know, it was like a thing being talked about? It was called Bitcoin.
Yeah, so like I wasn't around where it was called Bitcoin Hex. Like that's the main thing where he did and all that stuff. Like I seen Richard's videos here and there, but once I saw him, it reminded me of like the old guys in 2017, where it was like they just blowing smoke up your ass and stuff like that. So I was like, like here's another guy. And back then I used to do internet marketing, by the way, right? Like I was very big on MLM, internet marketing, capture pages, building your funnels, all that stuff. So all these guys reminded me. So when I saw Richard, he reminded me of these type of people, right? In the beginning, right? Yeah. But then over time, I started, just like, late at night, just watching the videos and hearing how he talked. Oh, he's kind of talking different than these other guys, than the Bitcoin guys and the Ethereum bros and, the XRP guys. And back then I was like, I was still into XRP and all that stuff. I was like, oh, who the hell does this guy think he is? XRP be the number one coin in the world, and all banks and all that stuff. But then over time I started understanding him. I'm like, oh, okay, he's actually teaching, what's crypto. And I didn't really know what was DeFi like that. You know what I'm saying? I was all about exchanges. I was all about, Binance and all that other stuff. And over time I started liking the guy, and then I started seeing the hexagons, the Discord Syndicate, RG3, and Bitcoin Jesus, we used to call him, but Dollar Cost Crypto, and all these guys, they started doing videos and streams and stuff like that. And I fell in love. Like I started like, oh, these are my guys. Like these are guys that are trying to find the right way, tired of the crap that's happening around the world. And so when Hex came out, I was watching it for a while, and then I finally jumped in, I went heavy. And at the same time, COVID happened. So when COVID happened in New York City, there was something called it was like the COVID relief. I forgot, it was like package or something like that, where you could take a certain amount out of your 401k, and it wasn't really taxed. It was taxed in some way, but not as heavy tax. Like if you would just take out something. So I took out like as much as I can, and just went all in Hex, right? Like I just went all in, like almost like as much as I can, man. And
all right. So yeah, what sort of place is that at then?
Say it again.
What sort of price was it at that time?
Oh, this was in the beginning, like close to the beginning type of thing, right? Like really early type of thing, right? Like I wasn't in week 1, week 2 type of thing. I was just watching it, stuff like that, and then that's when I started cashing in and started going in and ever since then it's just like it just kept on. Like the whole year, like I did everything I can to just throw it at it. Like I was selling stuff at home. I was big into Craigslist. I was flipping stuff. I literally drained my 401k account, sold all my stocks. Like I was like, this is it. Like, this is it.
So you got to go for
like,
it, and the chance is there. You got to go for it.
oh man. And do I regret it? Hell no. Right. And then during the same time, Shiba was coming out. Right. And I believe Shiba came out, I think around that time, 2019. I think it was like September-ish, October-ish, something like that. Right. And, you know, me and my friends, we gathered together and, you know, I was telling them about Shiba. I'm like, yo, the dog things are happening, stuff like that. And for some reason, like, you know, my wife's Chinese, right? Like she's Asian. And so I hear a lot of things that happen in China before it hits America. And they started falling in love with, you know, dog coins and stuff like that, right? They're like, oh, this thing is going to be big if it hits over there, you know, or we just need one celebrity to tweet it, you know? So me and my friends, you know, we threw a couple of hundred, stuff like that at it. And next, you know, like 2 months later, a month later, Elon Musk tweeted it. And I hit really well in it, you know, and I was like, so I took some of that, threw more into Hex. And yeah, man, I was just like hardcore beyond everything was Hex. Like I loved it, man. And I still do. Like, I don't care what the drama happened the past year because I talk about another coin. Like it is what it is, right? Like we're adults, right? Like I've been in the Hex community for 4 years, right? I've been to almost every single event possible that I could attend. I've been to all the conferences, spoken basically all the conferences. I sponsored many things in the past. I donated like crazy, never asked for a penny for the community, never did a sacrifice, never dropped a coin. I was like the golden child of it, right? Like everything, like everywhere I went, stickers, talked about it. I always had the gear on. I did everything. And, you know, it broke my heart, right? To see that for the first time ever, I spoke about another coin outside the ecosystem, right? That I don't talk about anything, right? Like I'm very strict of what I talk about. If I talk about it, I really believe in it in some type of sense. And, you know, I seen Jake and what he was doing, and I seen Zen in the past, right? I used to go at it with Jack in the past because I was like, you know, if you did this at this with Zen, I think Zen could have been better, right? Jack is he's a genius, he's brilliant in his own way, etc. And when I seen Jake do it, I was like, oh, I like it. Like this is what I was missing, you know, like this was part of the missing component of what Zen could have been, you know, right? And you know, I liked it. I like how Jake was talking. I like how he did things, and I like how the community was coming together. It reminded me of the early Hex days, you know, and I was like, all right, I'm going to talk about it. Like, I'm going to talk about something that I believe in, I like, right? And you know, I started making a couple of tweets about it. And of course, I don't tell people to buy anything, right? I don't like, oh yeah, everybody buy TitanX. No, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm minting this. I like what's going on here. Stuff like that, right? And I will do that. And you know, any Hex scan that I spoke to could call me a liar if they want. But the proof is in the DMs too, right? They'll DM me and be like, hey, what you think about this? Right away. Listen, I don't recommend it to buy it. Recommend to mint it long, stuff like that. If you're gonna mint, stuff like that. It's a long-term game, just like how Hex was a long-term game. And you know, long story short, I received backlash, you know.
Just a quick one on it. Yeah, you got a bit of backlash, but there's a hell of a lot of Mexicans in the TitanX ecosystem.
There is, and there's a lot of hidden guys too.
A hell of a lot of them came in on the second pump, you know, whenever it was a lull after the first few days or the first week or two, and then after that there was whatever it was, a couple of months in, you know, there was another big massive influx, and that's when a lot of the sort of big name Hexicans started coming in.
Yep. Oh, trust me, there's tons and tons and tons of Hexicans inside the TitanX community. There's tons, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that you know, they're afraid to get the backlash, so they don't talk about it, stuff like that. But trust me, they're there, right?
They're not
there. Stupid, you know.
Yeah.
Trust me, they are there, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and they right, like I love Hex. Hex is my baby, right? I staked 555. I staked millions of Hex 555, going backwards, ladder wise, stuff like that. So no matter what, I'm here no matter what. There's nothing I could do, right? Like I'm not gonna EES the damn thing, right? Like I love it, right? Even to the point where people, you know, they bash E-Hex versus P-Hex and all this other stuff. I have my E-Hex stakes. I'm not EESing anything, right? Like, because you never know. That's the reason why I made my ladders 15 years, right? Because you never know what's going to happen from now to then. It could be a penny from now for the next 10 years. And in the 15 year, it could be $2. It could be $3. It could be $10. You just don't know, right? That's why I ladder what I ladder, right?
You really don't know what's coming at any given stage. Like even RH dropping the bomb a month or so ago. You know, nobody really saw that coming. Maybe some people did, but like you say, you just never know what's going. If you've got your bags packed Let them ride and see what happens. So here's a quick question.
Yeah.
Then if you had 10 grand right now, would you put it into TitanX or Hex or on Ethereum for the next year?
All right. So me personally, right, I would split it up 3 ways, right? I would definitely grab TitanX at these prices. Yeah, definitely I'll grab a bag, right? Like definitely, right? EHEX, I will definitely grab a bag. I still do. I DCA over time with certain part because, like I said, man, I believe in it still. I don't care. I don't care if Richard himself fuds it, right? You're not gonna fud me out of it. Like I believe in it, you know. So I would do that. And me personally, I would grab PHEX, right? I think the thing with Hex and what I noticed in the past is it likes to pump when the bull ends up finishing up, right? Just like it did in the last time, right? It's when, you know, everybody has his rally, everything happens. Hex is that guy that walks in the room and like, all right, guys, I'm ready. It's my turn. And likes to do that. So I personally feel it's going to do that again, right? So that's why I still DCA, I still have my bags, all that stuff. But yeah, I think I would split it about 3 different ways, honestly.
Yeah, so I was quite late into Hex, you know. I think my first buy in Hex was like 18 cents or something. But whenever PulseChain was kicking off, all the EHEX that I had, I took it and locked it away in a couple of years, or in about a year and a half stake, just so that I would not touch it. You know, I didn't because I was a bit late. I didn't have enough. I didn't see there was no value for me to put out these long staking ladders. So I just locked up whatever I had, put it in a stake for like a year and a half, so that I wouldn't sell it, because just like you say, you just don't know what's going to happen with it. And I
just don't know, man.
Yeah, probably.
It's not even the community. You don't know what regulation. You don't know what the economy. You don't know, right? Like, what if you end up economy, God forbid, crashes? You sell all your crypto at that moment, but 5 years later it booms and like crazy, right? Now you don't have nothing. You have to lock certain things up, right? That's just my strategy. Like, there's certain things I just have. I don't sell. I just keep to the side, and there's some things I like to flip and play around with and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I look at it. But end of the day, man, like the thing that disappoints me the most is that my people, the Hexkins, right? Like, they're extremely smart when it comes to holding. They're extremely smart when it comes to laddering, but they're staking, stuff like that. And I'm like, guys, you guys will be geniuses in the TitanX community. Like, you guys will have such and not to say anything about the TitanX community, right? But there's a lot of new people there, right? There's a lot of people that never heard of staking. There's a lot of people that don't know what ladder is and stuff like that, right? I'm like, if they understood how it works and how you could stake and how you could, you could mint your coins and how it works, just laddering, these guys could be ahead of a lot of people. They're so educated into this, and for them to just hate a project because they don't like the founders, like, but guys, the rest of the world doesn't like Richard Hart, but we still want them to come in, right?
That's like one thing I always kept.
It doesn't make sense, right? Like, you don't have to love the founder, right? And listen, I'm not defending Jake. Jake is his own man. He could come on stream. He could defend his own self, right? Like, but at the end of the day, it's like you're gonna not go in a project because you don't like the founder. I think it's the most ridiculous excuse I ever heard of anything, right? Like, come on, man. There's money to be made everywhere. There's friendships to make anywhere. There's networking to make anywhere. And to stop yourself because of one individual, it's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it's an emotional based decision, not a critically based decision. You know.
Yeah. So, just end of the day, man. I think over time, I see both communities coming together little by little, right? But that honestly, that's only going to happen when both sides start seeing green candles, right? Because right now, everybody's emotional, right? Everybody feels like since everything's down, this group is trying to take from me, this group is trying to take from us, and this group is trying to get ahead. Like, but when everything's green, everybody wants to meet up at the bar and kumbaya. They don't care. Like, it's one big family. So it's like, I think little by little, they will understand. I think.
Well, we've got a few things going on. We've got a few plans to bring some things over to PulseChain. You know, KinetiX and 𝗟𝗏𝗘 are doing a great job with Pulsar. So there's a lot of things going on that are going to pull the two ecosystems together, get a lot of the TitanX value over on the PulseChain. There's some real exciting stuff going on there. Have you been watching Pulsar and PGIF and all that stuff?
Oh, all right. So So Crypto Kool-Aid, I know this guy for 4+ years, right? Genius in his own mind. People could think he's awkward. I don't think he's awkward. I think he's a genius, right? I love being around this guy. I met him in person multiple times. He just talks in his own unique way, right? And you have to just learn to adapt to his own unique way. And when he was telling me what he was making, I was like, bro, just simplify it. Like what it is, what does it do? Why should I get in? And when he did it, I was like, oh my God, I think you're onto something. Like, I think you're really onto something, And he wanted to do this to help the TitanX community and all that stuff. But of course, do their own thing and kind of bridge both communities together, right? And I think they're about to do it. It's brilliant, man. Like they're showing like you could have multiple coins that truly work in sync with each other, right? That truly help each other. And what they're doing, it's proven. Like look at the price of GIF and PGIF, right? Monstrous, right? And not everybody's in it yet, right? The system, it's working, And when Pulsar comes out and when Pulsar allows the bridge between everything, I think it's going to show hexagons and people on PulseChain the world of TitanX. And what I mean by TitanX, show what Blaze is, show what DragonX is, show what Helios is, right? Show that, hey guys, you guys have your own ecosystem over there and you have multiple projects helping each other out as one big clock, like mini gears in a clock. Well, they're doing it too. Why can't they sync in some way, right? You don't have to be a maxing this one and not only do this or maxing this. They could kind of coexist and help each other out, right? Like a seesaw, You could spend time here and then bring your money over here if you want, and back and forth. And I think they're doing that. Kinetics, RG3, and the crew and Kool-Aid and Griftware, like they're doing it and they're doing it very well. And to see what you guys are doing, you'd be surprised, right? You guys are trying to do multiple projects in one, NFTs, auction house, like a DBZen type of thing, but your own version of it. And there's a lot of hexagons over there that's into those things. They're into the auction house because Icosa and Hedron had their own auction house, right? They're very big. The PulseChain community, they're very big finally now in NFTs and all that stuff. And you guys are gonna start doing NFTs with Titan Wars and all that other stuff, and the auction houses, and they will be willing to do that if they just finally just put the pitch and forks down, right? Like communicate with each other, ask questions. You don't have to buy things, right? Like you don't have to come to this ecosystem you don't want to, but ask questions, because you never know, you might fall in love with it, right? And you never know what it could do for your future projects. If they build future projects to help each other out. So I just want this gang versus gang conversations, and just to stop. It's nonsense, man. Like at the end of the day, we're in crypto for DeFi, right? I'm here to change my life for my kids and my family, right? Just like you gentlemen on screen, and just like the people in chat, right? Like there's this gang versus gang crap. It's so stupid, man. And nobody wins. Nobody wins when it comes from it.
That's the kind of thing that whenever, about 6 months after PulseChain launched, and it was just, red candles fighting with everyone. That's where the idea for us, like, you know what? I've had enough of watching charts, reading Twitter. I'm going to get stuck in and start building, trying to build stuff that add to the community. So that was the exact thing that really spurred me on to actually do something. I can't sit listening to all these guys anymore. I've got to take some sort of control of what's going on in my crypto journey, and put some action into place. The infighting was just ridiculous, but like you say, one or 2 weeks of green candles. I think Sami posted today that it was the tiniest green.
I know one line.
Like, it's the smallest green candle ever seen. So,
but the thing is this, man. Like that. What's beautiful about the Richard Heart ecosystem, man, is that one little tiny blimp that you see, you could wake up and it could be the biggest candle in the world. I've seen it multiple times, right? It could happen. I think it will definitely happen in the future, right? So I think it's just people need to just chill, just build your bags, do what you got to do, stay focused, and just enjoy the journey, man. To me, this is all a journey, right? Like I would never guess.
Sorry, that's something. That's something, and it's something I keep having to remind myself at the minute. That's part of the reason why we decided to do these streams. Enjoy the journey.
It's a journey, man.
Yeah, but it's to be enjoyed, and you know, I don't. There's nothing else that I really do
Yeah.
in my life that I don't do it to get enjoyment out of it. Whether it's
Yeah.
work, whether it's training, whether it's going out drinking, having nice meals, but you do all
Yeah.
these things for enjoyment. And I'd get into crypto because I fucking love it. But
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it did come to a point where you're starting to not enjoy it. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
so much doom and gloom, and we want to get on like doing these streams, building, you know, trying to
Yeah.
have decent conversations and bring a little bit of positivity and a little
Yeah.
bit of fun back into the game, not just for myself, but hopefully
Yeah.
for other people as well.
I think you guys are gonna do it, man. I think what the Blaze team is building, right? And let's talk about it, right? I think what you guys are building, it's fun, right? I think it's excitement. It's not a boring, hey, you buy this coin and that's it, right? You're building games, you're building auction houses, you're building competition. It's like, to me, it's like almost like playing chess with everybody else, right? Like, or poker with everybody else, right? Like who's gonna bluff first, right? Who's gonna reveal the hands first, right?
Well, I think in all the projects that with especially with Blaze, you know, the projects that we're building, it's you kind of
it's dope, man.
There's always things going to be changing. You know, the auctions bring, and the way we've built the auctions, they bring this element of surprise. You know, no 2 days in the ecosystem will be the same. There'll be opportunities one day, things will maybe get overbought other days, but there's the game is designed, and the coin and the project is designed to be always changing. And that's, you know, not only does the auctions kind of stop one person maybe coming in and buying up the chart, or, you know, taking over, that the auctions keep everybody that's going to play the game or buy the coins guessing on a daily basis. So it just it keeps it interesting for a little bit longer than just a launch, a pump, a dump, and whoever can buy at the best time.
And let's talk about the auction house, right? Like, I really like how you guys build it, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It starts with 8,888 coins, right? And it goes down. Was it 0.08 or 0.0? Right, 0.08. Is that correct?
0.08% per day.
Over time, right? And that's cool. And I think that's cool because, one, it kind of puts like a little flame under you, right? Like, hey, you have time, but the system's gonna eat this up, right? Like, sooner or later you got to come in and play with everybody else, right? But it also allows that mind game to play with people, because let's say you don't want to get in the first day or second day or third or even that first week, but it's going down over time, right? Sometimes people might be lazy and not participate, and you could be one of the few that participate and you grab a bunch of coins, right? Like, it's a game within a game, and I like it. And I'm going heavy in it. I'm not lying.
It's right? Possible to score huge when someone's sleeping, right? On the end of a 24-hour period. When these days come to a close, you know, these things, that's where you're going to see people waiting to see how much tokens were allocated that day, what shares. I mean, that is the golden goose if you're paying attention and down the road, you know. And with the T share being, it's not equal. Let's not say equal, but let's just say it's balanced. You right? Let's just say it has this. It really, and Jake helped us with this tokenomics. It was a very interesting thing, you know. So
cool,
so it's not too high at the beginning. So it's lower, and it decreases at 1.44% per day. So if you want to participate in 4 months, you can still acquire the same amount of tokens, maybe not for the same cost, right? But you can stake them and you get the same share rate as maybe somebody at the beginning. So that's what we want to be fair. We want to be DeFi, right? But
it's a great game, man. Because you have the supply going down, right? 0.8 over time. You have people coming in and out trying to snipe each other. Even the last second, right? The timer's clicking off and somebody will just try to buy the rest of the bags, right? Then you have Ethereum itself either going up or down. So that you got to calculate that, right? Then you have the gas fees that moment. You got to calculate that, right? So I think all around, like, it's a cool way of doing things that gets exciting, right? And I think when people see over time, like, holy shit, like, yesterday was a crazy day. Like, only this amount of people went in, or this amount of people grabbed it. You know, they get excited to join the next day, and then the next day, and the next day, right? So I think the way you guys build it was cool. And what I respect the most is, and no offense to you guys, but the team doesn't get anything. They have to participate, right? And I think that's huge, right? Listen, I'm in PulseChain. I'm in a couple of things, and, you know, I seen so many sacrifice happens. I see so many things happen like that, and unfortunately, not a penny goes back into the ecosystem to pump it or help it or stuff like that. No expectations. I get it. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Right. But it's sad when you see certain teams receive millions of dollars, and the coin comes out, and that's it. They don't talk about it. They don't do anything about it. It's just straight down, right? And it sucks, right? And the way you guys are doing things, and I noticed that it's a pattern now in the TitanX community system where there's no team allocations, right? But there are where, you know, the team could receive a certain fee over time. And I love that because somebody who used to work in retail as commission-based, right? You earn your dollar when you work, right? And if the system doesn't do well, you guys don't get paid. You guys don't earn any fees. You guys don't earn anything. I think that's great, right? So it puts a flame under you guys to make sure you show up every day. Of course, no expectation with you guys, but you guys make sure you're doing your best for your project and for your own mini community inside the ecosystem. I love it. You know, you're not getting paid ahead of time. You're right. You get paid along the way, and you guys got to put, you know, your blood, sweat, and tears into your own project from now to 808 days and beyond. You know, and I love it. And I love it. Right. Like that's why when I see your project and when I see what you did, and yo, shout out to Mike Dean. I love that guy. That guy simplifies things to the max.
He
like,
does a great job.
I wish he would just like review my life's journey ahead of me and just show me where I'm at and where I'm going, because he's phenomenal, man. Kudos to him. He's a gem.
We're gonna find out where that little robot lives one day, brother.
Yeah, he's a gem of a gem, right? Like he's special, man. And thank God, like we found him and he found us, and he explains things beautifully. And you know, over time, when I try to figure out what you guys was about and what you guys did, I would just keep on going to that stream that you guys had a while ago with him, and I'm like, wow. Like these guys, like I'm talking about you guys, you know, these guys really thought about this every single step. And Mike Dean, he doesn't skip anything. You know, like if he sees something weird or something suspicious, he's gonna call you out on stream.
Yeah, he does.
And he couldn't find anything.
In the deep dives that he does, like, you know, when because he takes the time to create his own graphics and lay out the project in his own format, his own way. That he certainly does a great job. And I don't know, do you listen to his streams on Sunday afternoon?
The spaces here and there. When I get a chance, I do listen to it, or I do the recaps of it that he has.
Even whenever TitanX was at it seemed like it was all dying and everybody was probably laughing at you.
Listen, at the end of the day, right? Like it's a long-term game, right? So
of course,
I've been in Hex since the first year to now. I'm okay holding something down 99%. I did it. I see my portfolio reach double digits millions and go all the way down. And during the bear, I was still here. I was still talking about hacks. I was still going events. I was still going to Vegas. I was still doing all this stuff, right? Like just recently, I visited. I'm not sure you guys know, there was the court case, right? That happened with Richard recently, stuff like that. And you know, everybody was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And guess what? I was the only one that showed up. Right? Did I have to? No. I could have been like, screw that. Bro. Right? I showed up. I wasn't there. It was me, 2 SEC lawyers, and about 4 or 5 Richard Hart lawyers and a judge. And that's it. That was the only people in the room. Right? I was petrified, man. I was like, these guys could turn around like, who are you? That's the guy we're trying to look for. All that stuff, right? Like it's scary, right? But I showed up because I care. And I think it's important for community to find out what's happening ahead of time before it takes a week or 2 weeks to finally hear what happens. So, and I said I'm going to show up, right? Like this is who I am, right? Like I love my community. I love all communities, and I wish people understand that, right? So, but at the end of the day, like I'm excited for what you guys are building. My question for you guys is this, right? Like, you guys are building multiple projects, stuff like that. Do you guys see yourself building anything? And I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but anything on PulseChain at all?
Yeah, so look, we've got two. We already have these two more projects coming. Okay. Obviously, we've got the Titan Moors coming, but we're going to be launching a project on PulseChain.
Okay.
Hopefully, it could be within 2 months after we send Blaze live on Ethereum. So yes, and then we have a plan for X1 as well, if and when that happens. Yeah, because a lot of us, we're in Hex, we're in PulseChain, we're in TitanX. We're also a lot of us were day one Zen mentors. We've got a lot of Zen Turians, and you're kind of tied into that ecosystem. as well. You know, you mint your Centurions, you're waiting whatever it was, 350. A long time. I've got a lot of Zen coming in the future. I've got a lot of TitanX coming in the future. So again, and there's a lot of crossover between all the communities. There's a lot of Hexicans and Pulsicans are all.
That's what I don't get, man. That's why I don't get the hate between each other. It's like, guys, we're all like in a bag that just mixes once in a while, right? And then it's like you open up an M&M bag, you guys separate the colors, right? And call each other communities. Then once in a while, somebody comes in and scrambles it all up together again, and you want big community, and then separates it again. It's like it's so nonsense. It's so nonsense.
But see exactly what you're saying, and this is part of. I think you're 100% right. See, whenever we bring the auction game to PulseChain,
I think it's gonna be exciting.
The community there will fucking love it. They will lap it up. And they see the game theory and the way the project works. And depending on what coins we use over there, there's some real hot coins over there that we can use and build on over on PulseChain that could create a hell of a lot of excitement over there for the PulseChain community. So yes, we will be there 100%. And that's our next goal.
Missed off my favorite PulseChain Blaze protocol.
Yeah.
Blaze.
And if you guys need help reaching out to certain individuals just to have conversations about stuff, just to let me know, right? Like I know everybody over there, right? I can't promise you everybody will be willing to hear you, right? I can't promise that, right? But who cares, right? You're not there to have everyone to hear you. You're there to find the individuals that will be willing to hear you and help you grow. So that's what matters, right? So
thank you. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's about the synergistic effect, like of all these DeFi protocols coming together. And if we can cross chain, without diluting each other, and everybody goes, I'm happy. If your strategy,
and you guys are good people, man. You guys are building multiple protocols that you guys are doing it the right way, man. Like, and I go back to it, like you guys are so transparent. Every single thing you guys try to do, it's like literally DeFi, right? Like decentralized, the buyer brand, decentralized, the way the coins operate, decentralized, audits, everything, like all that matters. And you guys are not trying to skip things. Listen, you guys, let's be real, right? When all the hype was happening with TitanX, you guys could have probably launched something really quick there and call it a day, right? You didn't, right? And listen, as a builder, right? And I know a lot of builders, man. I'm very close to a lot of builders. When you see your ecosystem or your favorite coin go down that hard, it's deflating, man, right? Like sometimes you wake up and like, should we continue to build this? Should we continue to do this, right? Like
we had that.
Don't get me wrong. Like I understand, and you guys kept on, and you're right there. You're so close. So kudos to you guys. Like you didn't give up, and that should say a lot. That should speak volumes, right, to everybody that's looking outside in, right? Like here's a team that, with all the fun, all the turmoil, all that stuff, they kept on building, and they build right. They didn't skip any corners. They build right. So kudos to you guys.
We saw how strong the TitanX community was, man. From when we started, and we're not, and we saw a couple protocols coming out. I'm not gonna name names. Not stuff was out that didn't come out, and we're like, nah. We need to, we've been in the mods. We've been doing this. We've been helping people, educating people, and let's build something that people are gonna bring value to them. And not just long term. You got 18 years to get your auctions in for Blaze, right? We don't want to wait that long, but that is what it is.
What made you guys decide that length? I'm just curious. Doing that long.
Well, that's kind of how mathematically it just kind of ended up with the 0.08 deflationary mechanism. Really, I mean that's kind of plain and simple, and it came out to be another 8, right? I mean all these 8s and everything else that we've kind of modeled off of Jake's marketing and whatnot. But I think that was it, right, Josh?
A big part of it was wanting to, making the decision of what sort of price point and how many coins do we want circulating. That's where the mathematics ended up. And then when it came out at around 18 years, we kind of thought, you know what? It's long enough that we can build a project that lasts a long time, but it's not so short. It's not short that it's going to be like a pump and dump, or it's here only one cycle. There's multiple cycles that can come from it. So that's kind of the 18 just seemed to be, that will work. It will fit with everything. And we did, there was a lot of chat about, did we want to have another coin in the ecosystem where we're counting 9 zeros, or do we want to have where we're actually counting, these things? Hopefully Blaze can be, a couple of $100, maybe more.
Don't say that, man. I'm getting excited. That'd be great, bro. Imagine that, man. Oh my god.
And all that kind of, but if the price of Blaze, the
Yeah,
price of Blaze starts off
yeah.
at $2, I think $2.18, with a pretty with a pretty tight liquidity pool to start off.
And not to cut you off, like there's one thing I was thinking about the other day, right? And I was like, you know, at first I know you guys in the auction house, you was gonna do it where it was supposed to be ETH and TitanX for you to participate, right? And then you guys switched it to the point where it's just solely ETH. And I'll be upfront with you. In the beginning, like that first 2 days, I was like, why? Why would they do that? Like you want to burn TitanX? Let them bring it in, stuff like that. But then I thought about it. I was like, no, it's actually better this way, right? Like you kind of get double the ETH rewards by doing this in some sense, you know? More ETH, solo focus on ETH itself. And if you want to bring excitement back again, right? You know, we earn ETH as yield, right? By staking, right? And by doing it this way, you have more ETH to play with in it. So I love that, right? And you get it back in some sense, right? If you stake, you kind of get it back, right? You put in your ETH, you get in your Blaze, right? You stake your Blaze, you kind of getting back your ETH in some sense, and you still have your TitanX on the side. Blaze supposed to help TitanX in his own way. So it's a win-win-win if you think about it. So kudos to you guys for making that change, honestly. Like I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I like this change. It's a good change.
Yeah, thanks, man.
As well,
Go ahead, Josh.
No, we managed to increase the percentage going to the staking pool. So you hit me on the head. That was exactly why we decided to make that change. You know, just keep as much value in those pools as possible.
And
there's also a big difference in the gas cost whenever you're putting one coin in as opposed to two coins. And that was a big factor. You know, that was another big deciding factor. That was kind of thing that made the choice easy. The fact that there was a massive gas saving for people just using one coin.
Well, think about it. If don't get me wrong, like ETH has been phenomenal in gas recently, right? The past month it's been really low, really great, stuff like that. And of course, we know when things kick off, it'll be high again, whatever. But you guys to do it that way, you maximize an ETH. They use the ETH itself, and then more ETH goes in the pool. More people want to participate. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. I think it's a win for the ecosystem again, honestly. And you know, kudos for you. Nothing against DragonX. I love DragonX, right? Like I told myself, always own anywhere from 1 to 3% of the total supply. That's always been my goal for it. But you know, some people, they don't understand the reason why they did it the way they did it, right? And I understand why, right? So I think this is another way of people to get excited again, right? To earn yield again, to earn passive income again. And I know through you guys, you guys have multiple ways for people to earn it in some sense. So great job.
And Marco,
cool.
one of the couple other reasons why is because, you know, some people that want to participate in Blaze might not be willing to if they don't want to buy TitanX off market, right? They don't like
that's fair, and that's fair.
So we would be cutting off a huge, which would benefit TitanX holders, right? And one of the even more important things is TitanX, we're deflationary right now, right? Or hyper deflationary, whatever, right? So why would we want all these people who participated in TitanX to give up 5 million TitanX, right? When it should only be 20,000 TitanX for the same amount of value. When you
absolutely, I agree.
Ethereum. So that wasn't fair as an aspect looking at, and that's why we decided to switch. And hey, we're going to go Blaze first, and then Wars. The utility NFTs, not just. I mean, JPEGs art. We all know it's all beautiful, whatever, but these have utility attached to them.
But you guys, I think you guys should shout that out more, right? I think people need to hear that more. The reasoning why you guys made that decision, right? And I don't think people understand, like, by you doing that, one, you're saving them a ton of money on gas, but two, you're saving them a ton of TitanX they could have lost that we all know sooner or later is going to explode, right? It's all math, guys, right? Like, we can't sit here and try to explain it to the non-believers. And it's all math, and it is what it is, but you're saving those people without giving up their billions of TitanX that they're trying to hold on to for when the time is right. So kudos to you guys for doing it that way. And like I said, I'm not gonna lie, like the first 2 days or whatever, I was like, why they did it this way? But then
we were nervous. We were like, people are gonna hate us for this, but like, we're gonna tell them this. We're gonna like break it down why
I get
we're
it.
doing this.
Because the message was
make their bags bigger too. Because we have a buy and burn, right? So you want to burn you want to burn TitanX with TitanX, or do you want to burn TitanX with Ethereum? Right? As it drops and it goes up. So I mean, there's like 5 or 6 solid reasons that were, and then we were like,
the right decision.
All right,
good job.
Just let everybody know.
Good job.
You know, so yeah.
No, you guys did really good on that. I like I said, I'm very skeptical of talking or about a lot of projects right away, right? Because whether I like it or not, like apparently I have a voice in certain things, right? And it, that's good and bad, right? Like you say one thing, you have 100 people want to hit, come after you, and then you have 100 people that love you and they hate you and love you, and so you gotta be careful what you say here and there. But I'm very excited for you guys, man. You guys build the right way. You guys took your time. The game theory is there. The way you're trying to protect your investors trying to come in, even if that's the right word, you could tell you care, right? You could have been greedy and be like, yeah, screw it all. Let's do this. And you didn't, right? And you've been transparent the whole way. And, I'm excited for it, and so it's pretty cool, man. And that's a good question. But this gentleman, Revo, put, when it comes to the day 280, I know that's going to be the biggest moment for you guys, right? How much you guys think you're going to do? The impact of like literally burning and destroying the supply for TitanX, like
a ton. I mean, because it's not going to be on 280 specifically,
financial
right?
Advice.
No, of course you can't talk about numbers, right? But
a ton of right, NFA, right, always. But there's a V1. I wonder what's that for, right?
Yeah,
maybe 280. And maybe we got these us and we're chipping in, and everybody's going to, so, I mean, and then you can't even mine it without Ethereum. It's going up to cost. You can't make TitanX anymore unless you want to pay a fortune for it. So,
and I know a couple of, like me, a couple of my buddies of mine, like, and these people, they're sharks and whales in the PulseChain ecosystem, right? Like these are big players, right? And we're all waiting for the 280 day, right? We're all waiting. We're there with our fishing nets, and we're like, dump it all. Go ahead. Like, I want the cheapest price possible, brother. Like, go ahead. And then you guys came around, right? And then when you guys came around, I'm like, oh, that changes our strategy, because it's like, this is like going to be a mega whale that we're going to compete against, trying to grab that bottom, And but at the end of the day, it's good because you guys are going to grab that bottom and it's never going to hit the market ever again, right? Like, it's a beautiful whale to have on the side, So kudos to you guys, seriously, man. Like it's awesome, dude.
And it also buys and burns Blaze after that.
Yeah. And let's talk about that, right? Like let's talk more about the Diamond Club, right? That's something I was trying to wrap my head around with, and I understand like the pros and cons of it and why it's good. Like me personally, I wish. Hey, listen, man. I wish if you had the 555 stakes, you was part of some type of Diamond Club, and it, that's pretty cool. So tell me a little bit about that.
Josh, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, and actually, it's funny that because that's where we kind of modeled it from, was the 555.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
I knew it. I
wanted something just a bit more exclusive where people could, join it and shout about it and be like, yeah, I'm part of the Diamond Hand Club, and essentially it's could be a large Ethereum pool that's released on 888 days. And you have, if you want to come in through the Blaze protocol, you have a year, so 365 days, to max stake 4,000 Blaze.
It's 4,000. Okay, for some reason I thought it was like 3,500. 4,000. Okay, 4,000. That's correct. Okay, 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000. That gets you one ticket. So,
got you. Okay.
That moves up subsequently with 8,000. Every 4,000 you'll add another to your share. But there's 2 ways in. So you've got that way in. There's 3 ways actually, but
and the NFTs too, right?
Yeah, you've got 2 ways on the NFTs and one through the Blaze protocol. So the NFT route is if you mint 28 NFTs, Blaze Walls NFTs, that gives you 1 ticket. You have to
28, right?
Yeah, 28. You have to mint and hold them the entire 888 day, and then there's also a third route, which is if you are lucky enough to mint 1 diamond NFT, and mint and hold that, you get that's the third way in. Yeah. So does
And then
Ali, how many diamond NFTs? You have to remind me of this. It's been a long time since
there's going to be 80. There's going to be 88. But a big part of the Diamond Club, Marco,
88 diamond NFTs, right?
Yep.
That's it. Okay. And one question before we continue. Let's say I didn't get to mint the NFT, but I end up buying a bunch off for somebody else. Would that qualify if I end up holding that? And so it has to be.
You have to mint
home.
It's a secondary diamond, right, Ali? You mentioned that the secondary diamond sale is.
You can buy a diamond on the secondary mark, but if you can't, you have to mint the NFTs. And the reason behind that, Marco,
diamond or regular doesn't matter, correct? You have to mint them.
No, the diamond if you mint it, you can keep it. That gets you a ticket, but you can sell the diamond to somebody else at any stage. So you can buy one of those in the secondary market as your ticket in. Yeah. But with the NFTs, you see what could happen very easily with the NFTs is in the bear market, they could go down in value. If we play games, some are worth a lot less. Some are worth a lot less than others. If they don't perform in the games. So you can't have people paying a top dollar minting them and then somebody else coming along in 6 months.
No, I got you. Yeah, makes it fair. Okay, cool.
The whole idea with the Diamond Club, Marco, is to give the project some longevity, that there's always something out in the distance. It's not all quick bucks for everybody.
I love it.
And we wanted to make it exclusive. So I can't think of the number off the top of my head, but if you imagine in the first year, I think the most there can be even tickets into the Diamond Club is something like about 600 or something like that.
701 or something like that. Mason came up with, Ali.
That's a max.
That's the most that can be. That's the most. That's given the amount of blaze that will come out in the auctions. That's given the amount of people can actually mint 28 NFTs. So it is going to be pretty damn exclusive. You know what? You divide the. You divide the 16,000 NFTs by 28. That's a small number, and there's not going to be all those people are going to mint 28 NFTs. So even that 700 number can come down quite a lot. Even getting your hands on 4,000 blaze could be quite tough. And again, you have to do that in the first year again, because you got to be careful that we hit the bear market, the price of blaze goes down, people start picking up 4,000 blaze, far too cheap to and then it takes away from the exclusivity of that Diamond Club out for the 888-day pool. So again, more wonderful games.
That's what I love, man. It's like, listen, man, you guys build this and you could tell you really thought about this, right? Because it's a game on top of a game within a game on top of a game within a game. And it's like, that's cool because that keeps people active, right? Like let me tell you something. I'm a fierce competitor, right? Like I love competition. I love going after things like, and my goal, this is my goal in the TitanX community, right? Minimum to hold 1% of TitanX supply, right? Like I told myself trillion plus, that's it. That's my goal, right? I'm like right there, like close, right? When it comes to Dragon X, 2 to 3% total supply, hold on to that, right? When it comes to Helios, try to grab a portion of that. But you guys, I'm not gonna lie, like I want it all, right? Like I want a big size, right? Like I enjoy these things, right? Like I just grab this and not think about it. Grab this and not think about it, right? And my goal has always been in crypto was, and I always tell people, it's not about me just holding one coin and trying to reach that 100, 2000x, 1000x, whatever it is I want to build multiple factories. And what I mean by factories is passive income factories, right? Like I want to be able to have like a good solid 8 factories where this factory is paying me $200 a day. This one's paying $400 a day. This one's paying $300 a day, you know, and it adds up, right? And even in the bear market, I could still get some type of value out of these factories, right? So that's why I've always been, you know, really competitive when it comes to these type of things. So, yeah, man, congratulations, guys. You guys have built something really strong, really fun. You guys put a lot of thought into it. Like you really did. You didn't speed this up.
See on the thought aspect of it, Marco, you know, I've been building Pulse Wars over on PulseChain since last September. And whenever the guys came together and decided talking about building on TitanX, I saw the opportunity to quickly bring what I was doing with Pulse Wars and add it into the TitanX ecosystem. Now things have changed and evolved a little bit more. And you know, the game will be part of our little own community. It probably will benefit Titan in some way, but the game is going to be to benefit Blaze, the Blaze community, than the Blaze holders. You know, so that was a little thing that kind of came along after a while. It was initially going to be Titan Wars, now it's going to be Blaze Wars. But that's just the that's where the, you know, there was a lot of thought came through of how to actually tie the two projects together. And again, it is actually something very new. I don't know, there probably isn't really too many projects that have a protocol and are mixing it with an NFT project.
There's zero.
Yep. I haven't seen anything so far that I know of.
There's a question there. When does the game launch? Will it be after the Blaze? So initially, Blaze Wars or Titan Wars was supposed to come out first. But there's a few reasons for delaying it. So it's going to be coming out after. It could be after the PulseChain launch as well, to kind of give benefit to the PulseChain community for Blaze as well.
Do you want to touch on why that would be beneficial to come after PulseChain?
Pardon?
Do you want to touch on why that would be beneficial?
I don't even remember the reason now.
I'll go with that one. So yeah, so we're going to have obviously the PulseChain 888 pool and the X1 888 pool. So the idea is that if we launch the Blaze protocol after one or both of them, we will interlink the free pools to benefit the Blaze Wars or benefit the Blaze Wars users. So if you hold 28 of the NFTs on Blaze Wars, you'll have access to the pools on the other protocols that we launch. If we can get them in before Blaze Wars launches, you could potentially have access to 3 different pools, payout pools.
So if you hold them, they kind of sync with others?
We can sync the payout pool because we can just we can have the Blaze contract look at the Wars contract look at the different wallets on the different chains.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Good job. That's dope.
Yeah, Ali came up with Pulse Wars, and that was really cool, you know. And he was in our group, and we've all known each other for a long time, couple of years. Jake's mastermind, and he did this, and
shout out to Mo.
And he came over to us, and we talked about it and said, how can we tweak this, right, and incorporate it in Blaze? And then we got some Moses man, and we got some guys that are just, you know, really smart in our group and talking about this Diamond Club thing and how to do it and how we can simplify the game and you know, just combine and show the utility value that NFTs are going to have in the future, because people's minds are going to be freaking blown, not by maybe what we do, but what's coming, right? You know,
I kind of hate you guys already, because you're overworking my head already, and I have a lot of other coins to worry about and a lot of other things to worry about, and from PulseChain to TitanX, my strategies between all these things, and then just Ethereum itself, and you guys adding this, and
we'll settle down. We'll settle down on that one.
And I know deep down you guys are probably planning some other stuff in the future. Like, oh my god, like, that's cool, man. I love it, man. It keeps me active. It keeps everybody active, and you guys are good people, man. You guys are hungry. You guys are building well. You build, and the most important, you're building the correct way, man. And I love it. And Ali, you know, shout out to you, man, because I do see, you know, your tweets on Twitter on the PulseChain side with the community is gaining traction. You know, you're getting views, you're getting likes. You know, people are getting excited for it. You know, keep it up, man. You know, they're starting to look at you, man. So good job.
Yeah, you know,
I noticed.
I'll be honest. Whenever after the launch, I was a little bit burnt out.
And be you, bro. Keep on being you.
I'm just kind of trying to get back into the flow of everything again. It took a week or two where I was taking a bit of a back seat just to recharge and go right. Fuck it, let's go again. So yeah, no, but look, like I said before, I'm doing these things because I love doing them and I enjoy doing them. And you know, I will obviously keep going. Yeah, 100%.
I like it, man. Let's do this, right? Let's make it fun. How about we do some giveaways, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
Let's do 10 hats, right? You can do a mixture of Blaze, Titan Wars, you know, the logos and stuff like that. It's on you. It's your rules, your contest. You guys run it, whatever it is. I just apply the merch. I want nothing from it. I don't want no payments. I don't want nothing, right? Just I just want to build some excitement for it, right? And I'm doing it with Mo on the side. Mo, shout out to Mo. He loves doing giveaways, stuff like that. We have our own little thing we're gonna do on the side, but I would like to do with you guys too. So 10 hats, whatever logos you guys want to put on it, stuff like that. As you see, like, I think this is one of the best logos I've seen. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I see Titan Wars, the logo, I was telling these guys, I'm like, yo, this shit's tough. That it looks good, man. Like the colors pop, and when I tried it on my machine, like I'm gonna start streaming again and showing my workshop and all that stuff and all that stuff, crafting live and all that. But my new machine finally came in and it is able to do full color. Like this, you can't scratch it off. The color won't come out. Like, so I'm excited to make it. So
let's see within the Pulse Wars, right? So the power items in the Pulse Wars game, there's 100 different kind of things that are like Richard Hart quotes and things from the Hex and PulseChain community. But your hats has been forever embedded in 12 of the NFTs.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, they're in there. They were.
There's one thing I want to do for you guys too. When it comes to the NFTs, right? Maybe you could do contests with those too. Let me just show you something real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm
just laughing in the comments there. It just
like, what I'm going to show. I'm not telling you. Don't ignore the coin. Don't buy the coin, guys. It's just something I made for somebody. They hit me up and I made it for them. Stuff like that. But so like I could do full images like this, right? That's full detail, acrylic or glass, stuff like that. So what I was thinking about is, if somebody ends up getting like a super rare NFT or stuff like that, like I can make the merch for them. Like I can make, as a congratulations, a cool, one of a kind. Here's your NFT that you can hang up on your wall. Behind it could be laser engrave your initials, even the hash you use, whatever you want, to make it unique. So there's a couple of things I would like to work with you guys on that on the side. So to make some cool merch and stuff.
That's a great idea, man.
There's so much, right? Not only that, the machine I have, right? So let me show you another thing. Like this right here, it looks like it's a regular sticker, right? But it's not, right? What this is a special decal type of sticker where you take this, you peel it, you put on anything like type of flat surface or whatever it is, and it's basically there like permanently. Like to take this off, you got to get a heat gun really, really hot and scrub that shit off, right? So this you could place on anywhere, windows, cars, mugs, glass, like anything, and I could print out anything, logos, NFTs, like anything. So there's a lot of things like I'm building behind the scenes that I do want to help, different projects and different communities with, with merch and marketing and stuff like that. So, I'm excited, and I seeing the way you guys promote, especially Titan Wars and like the NFTs, how they look, the graphics, all that stuff. I know it's gonna look badass on the type of equipment I have. So I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna hit you up for some of that for sure.
Yeah, man. Like, it'll be cool. Well, let's do this, right? So I told you I want to do 10 hats for you guys, right? How many people are in your team? Was it 8?
There's 8 of us.
8 of us? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna I'll do the 10 hats for you guys, right? And then I'll do 8 hats separate just for the team itself, right? So the team itself could have whatever logo they decide on. They could have their own, whether they want to just wear Titan Blaze logo, whatever it is. But we gotta have you guys looking cool on stream, stuff like that. So
thank you so much for that. That's
no, thank you. Listen,
Allie needs a lot of help, dude. You have to get him some other shit too.
Yeah, you guys. At the end of the day, is like you guys worked really hard, and if you know me for the past 4 years, right? Like, I believe in karma. I live by karma, right? Since I was younger to now, I live by karma, right? So, you help others and you receive it some type of way in different type of energy, right? Like I said, I don't want no payment from you guys. I don't want nothing. I want you guys to enjoy it, wear it proudly, whatever. Some people ask you, where you got it from? Oh, this guy Marco, this crazy guy over there. That's it, right? But enjoy it. You guys put your heart and soul into these type of projects, and no expectations. I know it. I understand. But I know sooner or later, you guys, I will probably make a good amount of money off of these projects, right? Because I see it has potential, So, I believe in karma, and I want to give back to people who really build and do things. So,
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
I'm going to be wearing that hat on every single stream moving forward.
Cool. Yeah. You're going to like it, man. Like, when I seen it, I looked at it in person. I was like, shit, this shit, it looks really good. It pops, Good job, man. It looks good.
So we can set something up, on the Twitter, you know, for the hat giveaway or
whatever
talk
you guys
about
want to
it,
do.
how, you know, whatever. I mean, I know we got some hat fiends in the chat right now.
Yep.
You know, after
And yeah, I do ship to the EU and stuff like that. Just keep in mind in the EU, well, customs is a little weird. Sometimes they won't stop the package; they'll just put it through, and then sometimes they'll make the person pay the VAT taxes. I think it's called over there, or something like that, or they'll hold it for a couple of days. So just be aware of that, guys. But yeah, I don't mind. I ship everywhere in the world. So
cool.
What is the website, just so people watching know, Marco?
So it's you see my under my name, it was like Crafting with Crypto. It'll be craftingwithcrypto.com. So I'm rechanging it a little bit. The past like 3-4 months, I've been nonstop going on vacations with my family, dealing with family things and all that stuff. So now I'm back. My schedule is kind of clean. So I'm revamping my website. I'm adding a ton of different cryptos on it because my whole thing with Crafting with Crypto was it was a journey of me crafting, doing things I love while talking crypto, right? And it was meant to be a channel for all different communities to come together, just to have a place where, like, it's almost like we're going to the bar together on Friday night, right? We're just showing up, having a good time. We're just talking about random stuff, and we're watching the game together. Well, you could watch me make stuff, you know, make me watch a wallet, make me watch a hat, or there could be somebody else in the community that they're a builder, they're a woodworker, or whatever it is, and I could bring them on the stream, and we could watch them building whatever they're building live, and us have a good time and have a great, you know, conversation and stuff like that. So that was my thing, you know. That's why I was surprised when people were like, "Oh my God, he talked about another coin." Well, guys, I told you, in the future, this is what I want to be about, right? I want to be that bridge between all communities where you don't have to buy the other side community, but have a conversation. These are crypto people, right? Like, you never know what this side could do for you, you know? So let's get together. We're fighting the same thing, right? Like, we want freedom. We want, you know, generational wealth in our families, right? We want to get out the right race, you know? So yeah, exactly, right? So that's why I came up with Crafting with Crypto, and, you know, my YouTube channel, I want to start it up and do all that stuff, was let's have a good time, man. Show up on stream, have a good laugh, grab a beer, whatever you want to drink, and let's smile. Let's have a good time. Let's build something, you know. And then, you know, and then at the end of the day, we build something. Let's give it away. That's it, right? Like, make it fun. So that's what basically what I wanted to do. Talking
about giveaways, we've got a pretty healthy giveaway going at the minute on Twitter at the minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we're giving away. It's a bit of a marketing competition. So you're gonna follow us and like us, all that good stuff on
as you should.
We're giving away $1,000 worth of Ethereum on the 21st of May, so a week from now, 8 days from now. So yeah, if everyone gets over there and follows that.
And Josh,
hey guys, that's auction money, guys. That's auction money.
Josh, tell them what we're doing after that one's over.
Yeah, we're going to plan to do it every week now until we launch. So
hey, hold on. Yeah. So you're gonna
the devs better not screw us over.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my God, that would be horrible, right? So let's get this straight, chat. They're gonna do $1,000 in ETH once a week until launch. Is that correct?
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
All right, cool. Chat, do not participate. Don't do anything. I need it. Yeah, that's auction money, guys. Come on. That's like, think about it, right? We're not telling you to do, you know, not financial advice, etc. Blah, 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 right? Listen, you win that 1,000, that could be a few days worth of auction and you play it right, and you never know what that can end up being. So I will get into that. That's dope. Guys, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
And that's like our signal that we're launching soon, right?
Yeah.
6 months from now, you know, because we don't want people like, we're not just blowing smoke, right? I mean, this is real. This is coming.
That's 1,000, man. That's money's money, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we just want to make sure it's bulletproof. We want to make sure that our V3s, we get it this week. We've already gone through audits. Things are being fixed. Blah blah blah. Things are getting perfected, and it's not coming out until it's perfected. You know, we wanted it yesterday, right? And last week, but it's not coming out until it's perfected because, like you said, blood, sweat, and tears, people's greenbacks go into stuff, and you know, no expectations, but we want to make this right, make this fair, and make it work. So nothing's lost.
Oh yeah, man! Congrats, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, shout out to you guys, because that goes to show you your character of your team, right? During the brutal dip of Titan, what happened with Titan, right? You guys didn't give up. You guys didn't walk away like some other projects did, whatever, right? You stuck by your guns. You improved on your system. You kept on proving it. You looked out for the little guys. You made sure everything's legit. Everything's DeFi. Audits are being done. Like, you're doing all this, and you never asked for fucking sacrifice. You didn't ask for no money. You didn't ask for any of this stuff. And you give me up a few $1,000s from now to then when you launch. Like, kudos, man. That's awesome, dude. That's cool, man.
Yeah, we're kind of past the hour mark there. We're kind of like to try to keep the streams to somewhere around an hour. So, have you anything else you want to speak about quickly, or anything you want to say to close off, Marco? Any questions?
Well, yeah, good point, because I got to pick up my daughter in like 6 minutes or so. No, man, look, I just want to say, honestly, guys, thank you, right? Thank you for welcoming me in this community, right? Thank you for educating me in different ways, right, of the way you guys do things. And I want to thank you personally for keep on building, right? You guys didn't stop. Listen, it's hard when, and nothing against chat, right? Or people on Twitter, right? It's easy to stay behind an Aeon account and behind a picture, right? And never put your face out there, never be on video, never be on spaces, never be any of that, right? And talk smack, right? And be like, oh, hurry up and build this and all this. It's easy to do that, right? Because there's no repercussions to you, right? It's harder for people like us where our face is out there, right? We talk about things that we like and we don't like, you know, and stuff like that. And if something goes wrong, that's out of our hands, right? We can't predict prices of anything. You know, we get the arrows, and we got to keep on being what we are, right? We got to show up every day and, you know, promote what we like and talk about what we like, you know, stuff like that. And for you guys to continue to build what you build, and like I said, better and better, just like the recent change you guys did. I think it's where the buy and burn money goes and the percentages. You guys recently changed that too, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Like, you guys are doing things that little tweaks that benefits the community and but the project long term, you know. And I love that about you guys. So kudos to you guys. Seriously, man. That's not easy to do. That's hard, bro. And you guys are doing it, man. And shout out to the other members that are not on this team, that's not on stream. And shout out to them. Seriously, man, because that's dope.
We got I really appreciate smart guys.
Yeah. I see.
Blessed to be a part of it, you know. And as this technology advances, which it will, I mean, we're still early. Yeah. 2015 crypto, 2017 is early.
Yeah.
So,
and not only that, right? So shout out to Mike Dean, shout out to Mo, shout out to all the people that, you know, that help out, Stray, all you guys. Shout out to Helios team, shout out to the TitanX team, Titan Legends, right? Like all you guys, right? Like you guys came, you guys said you're gonna build something, whatever the results were, you guys build it, and you're still building, you're still pushing. So shout out to all you guys. It's not easy. And you know what? And most of all, shout out to you guys reaching out to the PulseChain people, trying to learn from them, trying to just not even trying to shield to them, but just trying to learn from them, right? Like learning how PulseChain works, learning how who's rich or hard, learning how Hex works, stuff like that, because you could dabble in everything. And, you know, to have that mindset, to be open and not destructive and not gatekeep and not, you know, being jerks, like that matters, man. So shout out to all you guys for doing that, man. Seriously.
Cheers, brother. Appreciate that, man.
Seriously.
So the weekly blaze will be the weekly blaze. So
yeah, and I would like to come on again, man, whenever you guys want me to.
Yeah, for sure.
Whenever you guys want me to jump on and, you know, just to talk, hear you guys. Listen, I like to be on stream and, you know, ask questions and all that stuff. But sometimes, honestly, I like just to be there and hear. Like, I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. I don't care to be, right? Like, I want to learn, and just keep on learning, right? It's fun. This is what I'm here for, you know. So, you know, you guys are good people to learn from, and I appreciate it.
We've got our actual weekly Blaze stream on tomorrow. Yeah. I think we've got the verse coming on tomorrow. So everybody in the chat, everybody watching, tune in again tomorrow. We're gonna have another awesome chat with another great guy. And
you talking about verse from Twitter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like his tweets and all that stuff. Yeah, he's good. I like his info.
Cool chat, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, thanks very much for coming on, Marco. Yeah. Much appreciated. And
thank you guys.
The hats giveaway. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So let me know when you're ready for the hats giveaway. And you know what you guys want. The logo. I'll show you the colors of the hats you guys pick. Whatever style you want, whatever it is, it's on me. Nothing on you guys. Nothing on the community. I even pay for the shipment. Don't worry about that. Just enjoy it. Be happy. Be proud of what you wear, what you do, and you'll see the type of quality that I make. Right. Like when I make something, like I really make sure I put my heart and soul into it. If even if there's a slight little errors, I when I leave my house, like that's how I work. So yeah, And thank you guys. Hey, listen, man. Thank you for the 1,000. Hopefully, one of us win it. Somebody wins in the chat. Let's go.
Go check out that Twitter post, man. It's like insanely exploded since we posted this morning. And by next,
I'm gonna retweet everything. So
we're gonna try to get the whoever the winner is, if they want to, we're gonna try to get them on the stream next week. Just to give it to them. So
be like the lotto. They hide their face. Just
whatever they want to do. Wear a stall mask or not, whatever. It's all good. So.
Yeah, gentlemen, thank you. I do have to go. I know my kids is gonna end up calling my cell phone any minute now. But let's do this again, man. Honestly, thank you for having me on. Thank you for this incredible project. Keep on going. I'm rooting for you guys. Seriously, like I'm really rooting for you guys. All the projects on the TitanX community, I'm rooting for you guys. Everybody in PulseChain, I'm rooting for you guys. We don't need to be enemies. We don't need to fight. Like we're all trying to make a difference. So let's get to it, man. Honestly.
Peace. Hell yeah.
And Jake, let's go, bro. Let's go, man. Chain, like everything. Come on, bro. Like let's get this, man. Like show them what you're about, man. Let's get it, bro.
He's gonna for sure.
Yeah. All right,
Josh, what were you gonna say? Were you gonna say something there?
Yeah, we're gonna do this every Tuesday as a minimum. We'll have you back on 100%, Marco.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, whether it's in a couple of weeks, and we'll do the giveaway, and it's gonna be good fun for the next few weeks, 100%. Thanks for coming, brother. Cheers.
Yeah,
guys,
thanks for your support, bro.
No, all the time, man. And listen, even thank you for allowing me to speak. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Cheers.
All right. Still live. That was a great talk from Marco, man. What an intelligent guy. What a graceful guy making those hats. I think we got some people fiending out for the hats over here, looking at this feed.
I always want the hat. There really are Marco's hats, NFTs in the PulseChain game. So I remember Jeff, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 wearing his Zen hat back in the day. So yeah, they'll get lapped up by the community.
Yeah, they're a great touch, 100%. They're beautiful. I'm gonna read that.
Better than that stupid hat you're wearing, Bad Sports. The hell is that thing?
It's my favorite hat. It's my favorite hat. It never leaves my head.
Newcastle, baby.
Never
so are we missing anything, guys, that we need to share with the community besides thank you for everybody that's watching and in the chats and who will watch this later? We appreciate your presence. What are we forgetting? Anything before we hang up, guys? What do you think, Ellie and Josh?
I'm flicking back through the comments. So I said about launching on PulseChain, hopefully 2 months after Ethereum. Somebody straight in the comments with a date. It's like, no, there's no freaking dates being set.
Where's the magic wand? Show me that wand, dude, and we'll get this date set.
Okay.
I think it's just worth just getting out there that audits are back. Very positive. Couple of tweaks we need to make, which we're on with. We'll be going into the secondary audit and the remedials this week, and we've got the giveaways on. Keep tuned in on Twitter and Telegram, and there's going to be we're going to be throwing away these $1,000 Ethereum bags until we launch.
$1,000 of Ethereum, Marco's hats, and all the projects are coming soon.
Sounds good. Let's close.
And streams every week as well. We'll be back on again tomorrow night. Chatting with a verse. So yeah, join us again tomorrow, everyone.
And thanks y'all for coming in, guys.
Thanks.
Be easy.